Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on AI ethics. Artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic concept. It's something shaping our daily lives in real time. From the content we see online, to the jobs we apply for, to the medical decisions that affect our well being. AI is becoming a silent decision maker in the background. And while this brings incredible opportunities, it also brings a set of new challenges, questions that go far beyond technology. How do we make sure AI is fair? How do we protect privacy when machines learn from our data? And who is responsible when an AI system makes a mistake? These are not just technical questions, they're ethical ones. So, in this video, we're going to explore what AI ethics really means. We'll break down the core ethical principles behind responsible AI, look at real world risk when these principles are ignored, and discuss how organizations can build systems that are safe, fair, and accountable. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a student, a professional working with AI, or simply someone who wants to understand how these systems influence your life, this video will give you a clear and practical understanding of why AI ethics matters today more than ever. So let's get started by first understanding what AI ethics actually is and why getting it right is essential for our future. But before you move on with the session, make sure that you have subscribed to IP Specialist on YouTube and don't forget to hit the bell icon for updates. Now, before we dive deeper, let's get one thing clear. What exactly is AI ethics? At its core, AI ethics is about making sure that the technologies we build, especially those that make decisions, align with human values. It's the intersection of technology and morality. It asks, are we building AI that is fair, transparent, respectful of people, and ultimately good for society? AI ethics isn't just a technical concept. It pulls ideas from philosophy, law, psychology, and computer science. And that's because AI doesn't just compute numbers, it affects people. It can decide who gets a loan, which candidate gets shortlisted for a job, and how a diagnosis is prioritized in healthcare. These are decisions with real consequences, so ethics becomes unavoidable. Ethical AI means designing systems that don't discriminate, don't invade privacy, don't manipulate users, and don't cause unintentional harm. It's about building AI that we can understand, trust, and hold accountable. In simple terms, AI ethics ensures that as AI gets more powerful, it stays aligned with what's right, not just what's possible. Now that we've defined AI ethics, let's look at the core principles that guide it. To understand AI ethics, it helps to break it down into few core principles, the values that guide how AI should be designed and used. Let's walk through the most important ones. First is fairness. AI should treat all individuals and groups equitably. But because AI learns from data and data often reflects real world biases, systems can unintentionally discriminate. Fairness means actively checking for bias, testing models on diverse data, and making sure AI doesn't reinforce inequality. Next, transparency and explainability. People deserve to understand how AI makes decisions, especially when those decisions affect their lives. Transparency doesn't mean exposing every line of code, it means making AI understandable. How does it work? Why does it make this choice? Can the decision be explained? Next, accountability. AI systems don't get to take the blame. Humans do. Accountability means someone must be responsible for the impacts of AI system, how it's built, how it's deployed, and what happens when it fails. Clear ownership and oversight are essential to prevent harm. Next, privacy and data protection. AI relies on data, often very personal data. Ethical AI demands that we respect privacy, collect only what's necessary, protect it securely, and give people control over how their information is used. Without privacy, trust disappears. Lastly, safety and do no harm. AI systems should be designed to minimize risk and prevent harm. That includes security risk, misuse, unintended consequences, and even simple model errors. The goal is to build systems that behave reliably and protect users, not endanger them. These principles sound simple, but applying them in real life can be challenging. So, next, let's look at some of the biggest ethical issues that arise when AI is used in the real world. The first one is bias and discrimination. One of the biggest issues is bias. AI learns from data, and if that data reflects historical inequality, the system will repeat it. We have seen examples where facial recognition performs poorly on darker skin tones. Hiring algorithms filter out certain groups or loan approval models disadvantage minorities. Even when the intention is good, biased data can lead to harmful, unfair outcomes. Next, lack of transparency, the black box problem. Some AI models, especially deep learning systems, are incredibly complex. They can make decisions that even their creators struggle to explain. This becomes a serious problem in high stakes scenarios like law enforcement, healthcare, or finance, where people need to understand why a decision was made and whether it's justified. Next, privacy violations and surveillance risk. AI often depends on large amount of personal data. If that data is misused, poorly protected, or collected without consent, it can violate people's privacy. And when AI is combined with surveillance technology, it creates the risk of monitoring people in ways that cross ethical boundaries, sometimes even legal ones. Next, accountability gaps. When an AI system makes a harmful decision, who's responsible? The developer? The company deploying it? The user? Without clear accountability, organizations can blame the algorithm and individuals can be left without answers or justice. Next, manipulation and misinformation. AI can be used to influence people without them realizing it. Recommendation systems, deepfakes, and targeted content can shape opinions, behaviors, and even elections. When AI is used to manipulate rather than inform, it becomes a serious ethical threat. Lastly, broader societal impact. So, finally, there is the bigger picture. How does AI affect jobs, inequality, human autonomy, or social power structures? If AI is deployed without careful thought, it can widen social gaps or concentrate power in the hands of a few. Ethics isn't just about individual decisions, it's about long term consequences for society. So, now that we understand the risk, the next question is how do we actually build AI that's ethical, trustworthy, and responsible? Let's break that down in the next section. Ethics isn't just a set of ideals, it needs to be translated into action. Bias often begins with data. One of the most effective ways to reduce discrimination is to ensure datasets truly represent the people the AI will impact. That means collecting diverse data, auditing it for imbalance, and removing features that might lead to unfair outcomes. Next, test and data audit for fairness. AI models need regular testing, just like any other critical system. Organizations should run fairness checks, compare outputs across different demographic groups, and continuously monitor for unexpected biases. Ethical AI isn't a one time effort, it's ongoing. Next, build transparency and explainability. People should be able to understand AI decisions. This can mean clearer documentation, simpler models where possible, or using tools that explain why a prediction was made. Transparency builds trust and helps organizations spot issues early. Next, establish clear accountability. Ethical AI requires someone to take responsibility. That might mean creating internal AI ethics board, assigning model owners, keeping logs of decisions, or ensuring there are pathways to challenge automated outcomes. When accountability is clear, mistakes can be corrected and prevented. Next, prioritize privacy and data protection. Organizations must respect user data. This includes minimizing what's collected, applying strong security, and being transparent about how data is used. Privacy isn't just a legal requirement, it's a fundamental ethical commitment. Next, incorporate human oversight. Even the best AI systems aren't perfect. Having humans in the loop, especially for high stakes decisions, ensures that critical judgments consider context and empathy. AI should support humans, not replace moral decision making. Lastly, adopt ethical frameworks and policies. Many companies now use AI ethics guidelines or refer to frameworks from organizations like UNESCO or the EU. These provide a structured approach to fairness, safety, transparency, and accountability. Following a clear ethical framework helps teams stay consistent and aligned. So, we have talked about principles, risk, and best practices. But the most important question is why it all matters. AI isn't just another technology trend, it's becoming part of the system that shapes our opportunities, our rights, and even our daily experiences. If AI is designed ethically, it can improve healthcare, increase access to education, support fairness, and solve problems at a scale we have never seen before. But if AI is built without ethics, it can do the opposite. It can deepen inequality, invade privacy, reinforce bias, or make decisions that no one can challenge. Ethical AI protects people, their dignity, their data, and their opportunities. Ethics also build trust. And trust is what allows individuals, businesses, and governments to embrace AI confidently. When people know a system is transparent, fair, and accountable, they're more willing to use it and more likely to benefit from it. So, why does ethical AI matter? Because the choices we make today will shape how AI influences society tomorrow. If we build responsibly now, AI can be a force for progress, inclusion, and human well being. As AI becomes more powerful, ethical responsibility becomes more important. In this video, we explored what AI ethics is, the principles behind it, the real world risk, and how we can build systems that are fair, transparent, and accountable. But here's the key message: ethical AI isn't just the job of technologists, it's everyone's responsibility. Whether you're building AI, using AI, or simply affected by it. Asking the right questions makes a difference. Is this system fair? Is it transparent? Is it protecting people? And if something goes wrong, who is accountable? So, as you move forward, stay curious, stay aware, and don't be afraid to ask questions how AI systems work. Because the more we understand and demand responsible AI, the better our future with this technology will be. That concludes our session for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And also share it with your colleagues or friends who might benefit from this information. If you have any questions or topics that you would like us to cover in the future videos, feel free to leave a comment below. Your feedback is very valuable to us.